In my last video, where I talked about pigeon behavior, I talked about what isn't aggression and what is driving behavior with male pigeons. And in this video, I kind of wanted to talk about what can be aggression. And basically, I wanted to use Loki for that. Now, Loki is one of my pigeons, and there's his beautiful wife, MJ, in the background. And you can tell Loki's having words with me right now. And Loki has some aggression issues. And this is actually pretty common with imprints. And this is a big reason why, if you can prevent it, you shouldn't imprint a pigeon. Some breeders, when they breed pigeons, they will purposefully take the peeps really young, and they will imprint them onto humans because as babies, they're very nice and they're friendly and that you can cuddle them. But one of the issues is that if that pigeon is a cock, and he comes into sexual maturity and he's imprinted on humans, he's going to see himself as a human. Like, he sees humans as potential rivals and potential mates. So he's going to act a lot more aggressive towards them than a bird, like a pigeon, normally would. So, like, fluffernutter, for example, is not human imprinted whatsoever. And fluffernutter would never really act like this towards me. Now, some cage aggression is pretty normal with some pigeons, because their cage is kind of like their nest area, their roosting area, and it's completely normal for them to feel a little defensive about it. But usually, they won't go as far as Loki. And the thing with Loki is that he acts this way even outside of the cage. He's always this aggressive. He does have some nice times. Sometimes he's a nice boy. Let's see if I can find something I can show him. Sometimes, if I have an object in my hand, he'll start dancing for it instead. And this is because imprints are kind of really confused, like, sexually. Loki, like, until I got Loki, and Loki went to the rescue he was a part of, he had never interacted with another pigeon before. So, Loki's actually come pretty far, like, since when I first got him, because now he has a wife now. But he's very weird in the head. Like, he's very weird. And aggressive. And anyway, this is what true aggressive behavior looks like. Even if I put my hand up here, or something like that, usually he will, like, come chase my hand. Wanna come up here now? No? If I put it back down here, he'll definitely come get it again. As you can see, this really ridiculous, overtly aggressive behavior is something that happens with imprints. And it's why you don't want to imprint. Something that also happens that's really sad is that sometimes people will rescue a peep, just like how Loki was rescued. And then they will raise that bird. And then if it's a cock and it ends up having this overtly aggressive behavior and behavioral issues, they will then release the bird back to, like, basically where they found it. Even though this is a domesticated animal that has been raised by humans and does not know how to survive out in the wild, they will release it because they don't want to deal with these issues. And it's very sad. And it's part of the reason why you should avoid imprinting at all costs. Like, it's understandable when it's an emergency, like what happened with Loki. But people should need to understand, like, what the consequences of that is. And, like, if you're going to rehome the bird, somebody needs to know that their aggression is like this. Because a small child or an elderly person with thin skin could actually seriously get hurt by this kind of behavior. Now, me, personally, I knew about Loki's behavior. Like, I think Loki's behavior is pretty funny. I think he's a silly guy. He acts like this because he's confused. He's actually a really good boy. He's actually well trained, and he really likes to, like, interact with me. He just is really confused, and, he has this aggression issue. Isn't that right, Loki? That's my other pigeon up there talking to him. And he's a good boy. Right now he's really defensive because his wife is on eggs. So anyway, I kind of just wanted to show what actual aggression kind of looks like. So you can kind of use the previous video of fluffernutter as reference so you can see what that actually looks like. And that looks like Loki, basically. Loki does not care who you are. He will bite you. He will bite you so hard. He'll bite you anywhere. It doesn't matter if he's in his cage or if he's outside. And really, no amount of training can really get this to go away. Even though he has a wife, he will always kind of be aggressive. But that's okay, you know? Like I said, I like Loki. Even though he acts like this. Isn't he pretty? Loki? Thank you for your time. Yeah? Did you have fun? Did you have fun beating me up? Yeah, you're a good boy. Oh, you're so fluffy. Thank you for your parting words. Yes, you're a very good boy. He's pretty pleased with himself.